Surprisingly, it is once again Tuesday. This week we're talking about things that we'd like to learn. My list is somewhat small at the moment. I tend to either have 597 things that I really want to learn or nothing. And I'm kind of in the middle of those two places right now. One of the things I've always wanted to learn has been a language other than English. The three that I've always wanted to learn have been Japanese, French, and Italian, and I recently began trying to learn Japanese. A friend of mine is helping me with that. I started learning that as opposed to French or Italian first because Japanese is such a simple language and so easy to grasp and understand for someone who speaks English. That, and I watch a lot of anime and I'm tired of reading subtitles. Another thing that I've always wanted to learn, but it's going to be a while before I actually can because it means I'll have to either find somebody who knows how to do it and then spend money on the equipment or go to school for it, and both those options require money, which I don't have at the moment. Maybe next year my business will be able to fund further education for the owner. One can only hope. But what I'd like to learn is molecular gastronomy, which, look it up. I'm not going to try describing it because then I'll sound really crazy and weirder than I already do. But I will put the link to the wiki in the doobly-doo and you can look it up. It's really cool. There's a lot of really, really awesome stuff that they're doing with molecular gastronomy, and it kind of changes the way that we handle food and treat food and react to food, and I'm stopping right there because I would also like to learn how to use acrylics and watercolors and oil paints in artwork, because you can only go so far with pencils and crayons and chalk and whatnot. So that's one thing that I'd like to learn how to do someday. Again, that's going to be a money thing, at least for supplies. I already have everything else, just not the paints. But that's something I'd like to learn to do. I would also like to learn how to make hats because I have a hat problem and they're very expensive and they're never quite what I want. So if I could learn how to make hats, I would be able to have all of the hats I could ever want. It would be beautiful. That's pretty much all I've got for this week. Sorry I've been kind of lame-ish on my responses for the last 2 weeks, but my life is pretty boring and my brain's been pretty boring recently. But I will see Freda on Thursday, and hopefully next Tuesday does not sneak up on me quite as quickly as this one did. Also, happy 50th video, everyone. And guys, if you're watching and you're not one of the 5 of us, please let us know what you think. Please make a comment. Please say something so we know we're not alone talking to ourselves.